First of all, I'm Teresa Perkins. I do use my maiden name in my introduction to people. I've lived in Jeffersonville my entire life. I recognize a lot of these faces because I'm your neighbor. I live on Chestnut Street. I've lived there since 1976 in a historic home right next to St. Augustine's Church. And I love downtown, absolutely. Tony, I'd like to thank you, and Dan, I know that you were very instrumental in putting this together, and I appreciate that. I did look up your projects and goals for the Franklin Commons Neighborhood Association, and I applaud those. I think they're laudable, I think they're doable, and I know you're working toward those, and as mayor, I'm going to help you get there. The difference between me and the other candidates, I guess, besides the obvious, I'm a woman, besides the obvious, is my experience. I have not ever run for public office. I've never considered myself a politician, but what I am is a problem solver. I spent 40 years in education. I started out as a math teacher, graduated from IU. Yes, I am an IU fan. I started out as a math teacher, and then I became a counselor. I love that job. And then I became an assistant principal, the first female assistant principal in a secondary building in my school corporation. I like being first at a lot of things. I also was a principal of a building, a middle school. If you don't think that's tough, all that middle school stuff going on. And then I retired just recently, about 11 months ago, as assistant superintendent. And what I've learned from those experiences is how to deal with people and how to problem solve. I will bring a different approach to the government, to our city government. I like to find the very best people, bring them to the table, and give them a voice. And that's what I've done my entire career. I believe in consensus. I believe that when we leave the room, we should all be able to support what we've done. But, you know, there are some critics of that process because it does take some time, and I'm willing to invest that time because I have found that when you do that, you get a better solution. Jeffersonville is my home, as I've said. It's my city and my community, and I think I can make it better. City government is the closest we get to the democratic process. Public servants must remember that citizens and taxpayers are clients. That's the way I approached all of my years in education. I looked at the parent, I looked at the student, and I said, they're my client. I'm a public servant, and I want to continue that by being your mayor. I approach leadership with determination. It's never been said that I can't make a decision. I do, but it may take me a while. I get all my ducks in a row before I do that, and you won't hear me use the word I very much. I use the word we. Leadership with determination and belief that by consensus, with a good dose of integrity and imagination and good management, we can make some great things happen in Jeffersonville. I believe we're on the cusp. We're right on the cusp of being a great city. We're already a good city thanks to some leadership that we've had. And I think we can be a great city. I'm not here to talk badly about anybody. I will not do that. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm a problem solver, and I think we can make Jeffersonville a better place. My platform is too long in these minutes, but I do have a website. I'm going to leave some cards, and I'll be bringing that out over the website, or you can friend me on Facebook if you want to. I'll be bringing those points out. And the way I've organized this, and I hate podiums, I'm sorry. The way I've organized my platform is, I used to do this when I was hiring principals. I would say things like, what's your first 100 days going to look like? What's it going to look like when you're my new principal? When you've got that new building and you're the principal? Because I hired all the principals in my school corporation. I want to know what you're going to do in the first 100 days, and that's very telling about a person, to see what their organizational skills are and what their priorities are. And I've got those mapped out pretty well, and I'm going to be expanding on those and rolling them out. But I can kind of summarize the three big things It's going to be about leadership and management. Like I said, it's going to be a little different with me. It's about, I'm not a politician. This is me. I don't have an ego in this. I'm not saying that you guys have a big ego. But I don't have an ego in this. I really don't. I want to do it. I think we need to attract businesses to our community. And I'm on a fixed income, folks. I'm a retiree. I have a good fixed income, very good fixed income. But I am on a fixed income, and I know that taxes, living in a big old home downtown, that, you know, this breaks or that breaks or this falls down. I know what it's like to live on a budget. So I'll bring that to the table too. Thank you so much.